Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a very narrow but interesting topic: how to respond to RFE, request for evidence for L-1 visa. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your L-1 visa. Let's go. Let's start with the beginning. What is RFE, request for evidence? And if you guys didn't know, once you file the L-1 petition, and actually many others in the immigration field, you will never get the denial if they want to deny your case. First of all, they will send the request for evidence, asking for additional explanations and additional paperwork on your case. It does not automatically means that your case will be denied after you respond to RFE, and usually they give you 2 months to respond, sometimes 3 months. At the COVID times it was 4 months. Okay, now it's sometimes 2, sometimes 3. You don't have to think that, oh my god, I'm gonna get denied. No, you need to look what's going on with RFE and what's in it. Was it provided legally? Do they ask for legal paperwork? Do they use the proper law addressing your petition? And if they maybe just missed the information in your petition, right? It happens sometimes too. Do not be scared if you get an RFE. It's not the end of the world. The end of the world is a notice of intent to deny, NOID. If you get that one, that's when you should get scared. In my almost 8 years of practice law in the States, working for my corporation, I got only 2, maybe 3 notices of intent to deny. So this is very, very rare. It's like, okay, it doesn't really happen. If we get an RFE for L1 visa, what are the hottest topics in those RFEs, provided that they send it to us legally? Okay, because sometimes they ask for illegal stuff, and that's why you have to work with an experienced, seasoned immigration attorney who specializes at this type of visas. And that's what we do. In my company, we specialized at talent visas, at investment visas, and at business visas. And of course, L1 is a business visa. The most oftenly asked question is: prove to us that you have the position of the manager or the executive. And usually it goes both to your foreign company and to your American company. And by the way, guys, if you like, oh my god, what are you talking about? L1 visa, manager, executive, you have to watch this basic video on L1 visa, where I explain the basic criteria and the basic requirements for this type of visa. This video is for those of you who is intermediate or advanced in understanding of this type of visas. You must understand what it means to be a manager or executive in your foreign company, meaning company that is outside of the US, and your US company, the startup company or the existing company that you're asking the US government to transfer yourself into. Why do they send those requests? Because it's not enough to say that, hey, I'm an executive, here is the paper that says I'm an executive and I own this company, so what other questions can you ask me if I rule the company, if I control it or not? That's the paper says I'm the CEO or I'm a president. What else they want? Well, they want a lot more. A lot more than that. Is to see that you provided a document from your company that states all your functions as the executive or the manager. Let's say you have 10 functions as an executive: the policy making, hiring, firing people, controlling the managers, signing the budget of the company, holding the briefings for the company, and things like that. And they want to see the percentage of the time that you allocate to those functions in a period of a week, 2 weeks, or maybe a month. Okay, maybe a year. A year is a little bit harder, probably a week is good, or a month. the two things we usually go by. The percentage of the things that you allocate to each function. And for each function, you have to provide the paperwork from your company proving that you're actually doing this function. It's not enough just to say, I'm doing this. Never in my career, USCIS approved the petition for L1 or anything else when we just said it. In other words, when we claimed it. We claim that we do this. Okay, approve it. Not happening. Show us the proof that that's what it is. Show us the minutes of the meetings, of your briefings. Show us those contracts that you sign. Show us the orders that you hire and fire people. Show us the strategy of development of the company, how it's written, the presentation, whatever that is, and so on. Okay? So for each function, provide us a lot of documents proving that you're actually doing it. If we don't have those papers, or your company doesn't have it, you need to recreate them. You cannot do the fraud, but if they happen in the past, but you just don't have the paper trail of what happened, it's okay to recreate them or start creating them new so you could show to the US government that you're actually doing what you claim to do. This is very important, and this is number one reason why they ask for those papers if they didn't see them in the original filing. When you work with me, guys, we do everything so RFE doesn't happen. We make sure that we have everything the immigration officer wants us to provide to him. We have check the box processes where we must have these type of documents in our original petition, or otherwise we are not going to file it, because we want only one thing: to get you approved. Okay, so we have all this paperwork that in the list of documents that you have to provide to us, so we successfully build your case. What other reasons we can get an RFE? Other reasons could be a lot, okay? There could be anything, but on second place, and probably the last one I'm going to discuss today, is the number of employees in your foreign company or your US company. They can ask even for like diplomas of those people, if they also managers. All type of records you have in a company to prove that those people exist. And why they wanna know how many people work in your company is because more people you have in the company, the better chance that you have time to do your strategic things in the company. For example, if we claim that you such a big boss, if you do the strategic development of the company, you build the departments, you hire the directors for those departments, you train them, you track the finances of the company, but you have only 5 people working for you, who is doing the administrative and operational work in your company? If we have only 5 people working in your company and you claim doing all these strategic executive functions, the immigration officer is not gonna believe us, because there would be not enough people in the company to do other things necessary for the business to operate in that sense. So that's why I pick up cases only if we have at least 15 people working in the company outside of the US with the 3 levels of control in the company: executive top managers, regular managers, and the subordinates. Okay, operational administrative employees. So that way we could prove that not only with paperwork but with a number of employees, that all these people relieve you from doing operational things in your company because you're doing strategic executive functions. So make sure you have all that paperwork ready to minimize the chances of getting RFE for L1 visa. Let me tell you this: out of 100% of RFEs we get for L1 visa, or even for some others, and we don't get a lot of them, okay? We get very little, but out of that number that we do get, about 10 to 15% of those RFEs have no real basis for them. Meaning that we provided all the paperwork in the original petition that satisfies all the criteria legally, but for whatever reason, the immigration officer did not see them. Maybe he missed them, maybe he didn't have time to find them, maybe there was a lot of paperwork he got lost. So be mindful that sometimes you get an RFE when you were supposed to get the approval originally, okay? Don't get frustrated, don't get mad, don't get stressed. It's okay to get an RFE, and overwhelmingly, we respond to those RFEs with success. 80-90% of our responses for RFEs are getting approved. So don't get emotional, trust your attorney, trust the process, and if you think that L1 visa is for you and you're ready to start moving in this direction, first step is to get a free evaluation of your case, meaning that I can look at the facts of your business and what's going on with your situation, analyze it, and within 48 hours, let you know if you have a potential to get approval for L1 visa. Stanislav, how to get that thing done? Very easy. Go down below this video, find a link that's going to say a free evaluation L1 visa or business visa, click on it. Answer all the questions in the form, and I will get back to you within 2 days with a free analysis. Smash the like button under this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. Also comment and write your questions. I'll definitely get back to you and answer them. Subscribe to my Instagram, to my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Twitter. All the links are below this video. I'm Stanislav Shamaev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.